back to another video. I know it's been a while since I posted one, but I've just attended my second pen show, the Triangle Pen Show in Raleigh, North Carolina. It was held on this weekend, June 6th, 2026. This is Sunday afternoon, June 7th, and I thought I'd just go through my pen show haul and show you what I got. I didn't go crazy this time. I tried to be a little bit reserved in my spending. I only got 2 pens and some other things, so let's go through them one by one and talk about them. All right, so first things first, I got this pen swatch journal from FP Journals, fountain pen friendly, handmade journals. You get a coupon for $5 off. I'll use that next time, but I wanted one of these just to keep track of all my inks, and I filled it out today. Let's have a lot more room in here. So I thought about splitting the pages up by color, but I decided to organize them in order of purchase. That way I wouldn't have to run out of room on a page for a certain color ink. I like that you can see the different properties of the ink. Like this TWSBI kind of bleeds. So does the Noodler's Bay State Blue. But just look at that, how great that mystery black is, how deep black that is. Incredible. All right, so the second thing I bought was from the Right Stuff, Tammy. This blue and black fountain pen pin. I have a collection of pins, and I'll be happy to add this to my collection and wear it. We had a nice conversation about different pins that we have and the hobby and that kind of stuff. And I'm going to the pen show in DC in August, so I'll be buying some more stuff from her. She has some really nice postcards, stationery, journals, that kind of stuff. The next thing I bought was this ink, this Atlantic Blue. I wanted an ink that was good for pens that are hard to start, and this is what was recommended. I picked this color. So anxious to try that out. Okay, the next thing I got was this fountain pen from Pamlico Pen Company. Donnie Grady is the guy that makes the pens. He hand turns these from different materials from the Pamlico River driftwood. This one he said he made last week, so the week of June 1st of this year. What's neat about these pens is this one came as a rollerball, but any pen that he has for like $10 extra, he can make it a fountain pen for you. So I chose to do that. The turtles are kind of special to me. I used to live in Hawaii, and I actually swam with turtles. So I'll post a picture of that in this video here. But this is the one that called out to me. So this is the one I got. The fountain pen conversion was like brushed gold, but that's fine. It's a German nib, kind of generic, no name. Iridium Point, Germany. It writes about like a medium. I guess it's comparable to a Yovo nib. I'll do a separate video reviewing the entire pen, but yeah, I was happy to purchase this. He's located in Washington, North Carolina, about 30 to 45 minutes away from me. So okay, next up I got this Visconti Mirage Mythos. This is the Hades version. It is a fountain pen with medium nib. Visconti is an Italian brand. It was on my wish list. I made a list of things, and I pretty much stuck to my list. I didn't buy anything outside the list at all. I wandered for a few hours looking at different pens, and so this one I got from Federalist Pens, and this is sort of like the entry level into Visconti. So the Visconti clip, famous arch, spring loaded. I love that it is magnetic. It is a Visconti medium nib, but it is stainless steel nib that's supposedly gold plated. You see the V, Visconti. In the band here, it says Mythos. Made in Italy. And the design on the band is supposed to mimic Mount Olympus. So they have several different versions of this pen. They have a lot of the Greek gods. They have one Poseidon, Apollo, Aphrodite, Zeus. Um, this one is Hades. Every pen is unique. It's black resin with like deep red veining. It's got fluted bands in here. It's just a neat action. The magnetic closure, you have to get the 3 indents lined up, so you may have to twist a little bit, but it just snaps right back in place. And it snaps when you post. I have dipped it and written with it. It writes exceptionally well. It's on par with my Pelican and Mont Blanc, I would say. And I'm waiting for a bottle of ink that I think will go well with this pen. So at a later date, I will do a review video of this pen. But I'm very happy with this purchase. So from Florida Pen, I had a nice conversation with Tony. If you haven't subscribed to her video, she does a lot of great videos where she goes through each pen show and interviews the vendors and talks about what they have and what's new. And so I love her videos when I'm prepping to go to a pen show. And I got this little pen. Stub or Nothing. Feed Your Creativity is her channel. And those are her links. All right, the last thing that I bought was this cigar box for pen display and storage. I got this from John at Fantasy Snorkel. It's his card. He had several different cigar boxes. I picked this one because of the color. I love blue. Okay, so right now it's just storing the pens that I don't have currently inked. I have a few more that won't fit, but yeah, so I just think that's a nice way to store and display your pens. So I was very impressed with Timothy Carlisle, his booth. He's got wands that he makes, and he makes them into fountain pens as well. He had a lot of neat stuff. So I'll be looking for him again at another show. So something that I learned recently is that sailor pens, you cannot buy loose nibs. You cannot buy a nib to replace a nib in your pen. You have to buy a whole new pen. So um, I got this pen at the Baltimore show. It's an extra fine. At first I thought the feedback was okay, but the more I write with it, the more I wanted to write more like my Pelican and Mont Blanc. So I wanted to be a little bit smoother. So I'm going to try to get an appointment with a nib grinder at the DC show and either have this nib tuned or smoothed or ground into something different. So when that happens, I will let you know. So in conclusion, I really enjoyed the Triangle Pen Show. It's a much smaller show than some of the other ones. It's 3 rooms at the Doubletree near the airport. It's not as overwhelming as the last show I went to in Baltimore, and I know the DC show is going to be crazy because that's the biggest one. But yeah, there's not as many vendors. You don't have to wait as long to get to talk to the vendors. So it was a nice atmosphere. Even with that being said, I could only stand to be there a few hours before I had to go. So I got there a little bit before noon, and I probably left between 2:30 and 3 o'clock because I didn't spend the night. I just drove up and drove back the same day. It's only about between 2 and 2.5 hours from where I live. Haven't had anything really to post for a while, but I figured I'd make this video and a couple of pen reviews on the 2 pens that I got. And I'm looking forward to the show in August. I will be staying that entire weekend. So I'll be there Friday and Saturday, and then I travel back on Sunday. I decided to take the train up because of gas prices. It's much cheaper to take the train and then Uber everywhere I have to go. So yeah, can't wait for that. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.